Hey there, it's Patmos, and nice of you to join me for the continuing adventures with our Settlements Rising town. We have 45 population now, which means just a few more we hit the 50 cap. And we can build some different buildings, like, well, not the grain depot and stuff, but we can get to the ore charge, which can be helpful with the food and food diversity. We still have some leather production to get more into, but for now, with only 4 laborers, we're going to keep that off. Now, one of the things we should probably try and aim for slowly is, since we have enough food and we have slow population growth, we might want to get working on building a wall around town. Since we left this open, there could be a wall here, actually. But we could also just do it completely out there. I don't know yet. One of the things that can help us with that is doing some mapping. So, for instance, this is a house, then you get this road. Same goes for this, and then we can maybe do another row of houses. So, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So the road will have to go all the way up to here. And then there will be another road around the houses, so we get another room for houses. But we could also just tell or think like, oh well, what if we do the wall out there? That could also work. So it's a bit of a trade-off. We'll have to see how it goes. Let me turn on so we can see where everything is. See, there is these animals here. I want to keep those there. But there might be some forests that we can actually chop. Although we shouldn't chop this completely. But chopping the trees out here should not be too much of a hassle. The problem is we don't really have a lot of workers, but other than that, we can do that. And then with all those extra wood, we can probably do a bit of walling. Now, walling should not be too expensive. So one piece of wall will cost you 1 wood. So if you do like a long piece, that should not be too bad. What we can do is build the gate out here so that we have a place where they can go out if we build a mine here, for instance. And then along with that, we can just go like this and build a big wall. And then maybe, since the road goes up here anyways, like this, we can just build another gate here. That would be our first line of defense. And since the rate, we have new beginning protection for another 2 years, but after that, that's gone. So we need to start constructing walls at some point, which is now. So hopefully that'll work. Same time, we can use 1 extra house so that we keep the population growing. And I think once we really start expanding here, this source will go away. We might have to find a new source at some point. It won't be here, I think. So I don't know where we can find another batch. Oh yeah, he's planting trees. Nice. Alright, we'll wait until he's done. Yep, and now go over there. Go do some recon for me. That'll be helpful. And we might also want to try and find somebody out here. Oh, there's nobody. Oh, this person is going in that building. You go walk all the way over there so we can see what is out there. Ah, yes, thank you, good sir. Can you please walk here? I wish with shift we could give multiple orders so you can get the make them a path. But as far as I know, see, if I hold shift or control, that doesn't work. So we'll just have to do it like this. And we can't do this too long, because if they stay away too long, they'll get very unhappy and hungry and stuff. So at least there's more stones here, so that's good to see. Now let's go all the way over here. See what is out there, and at least we have some recon. And now it's summertime, so at least they won't get cold, so that's a bonus. So yeah, there's not much around here, so okay, you can go back there, that's fine. How far are you? Oh, she's already back, but yeah, there's not a lot out here. So if you want some extra stuff, we might have to go travel some more. Should be fine, but alright, well, it works this way for now. Oh, and they're building the gate and the walls. Nice. Now, it will only slow down soldiers. We're going to need some training grounds in order to... barracks and an archery range in order to actually get soldiers. But on the other end, this is a start. So it is something. And we have... Oh, we have 8 laborers now. So we have some kits going up. I'm going to get 1 extra in the leather works. Although apparently we have insufficient resources for the leather boots. I thought we had plenty of hides. Are we now out of hides? Or did they just have to pick them up from the storage? Animal hides, 284. Okay, so basically they need to pick them up from the storage. And I think with that, I mean, we are producing a surplus of clothing. And with the hides in there, we should be maybe or hopefully making a surplus of leather boots and winter cloaks. Then all we have to think about is the tools. But that can take us a bit, that's fine. 28 wood. Still having to build some here, and they still have to build the house. So I'll hold off on getting extra of that. I think we should get an extra builder, at least 1. That'll double the building speed with only 1 present. So yeah, now we have 2, but might need even more. 49 people though, so we can get to the orchards soon. Oh, that's... Oh, 50, 50, 50. Let's see. Construction, the orchards. Now, I think we can fit in an orchard here. Oh, it's very small. It's kind of sad. Should really think about where to place these buildings so that we have plenty of space for them. Like, this is already bigger than a normal field if we want to do it too wide, so it has to go some other place if we want to really place them. We do have the gathering hut here for the food, so that might not be the best spot, but there's a lot of open places here. Maybe we can just build a big orchard out here. I don't know, maybe something like this? Maybe even bigger. Well, this is the maximum size. Because if we built this out here somewhere, might have to start a little bit further out. We can keep this outside of the walls. That will be fine, I guess. Alright, let's build a big one. We'll see how this goes. And then we have to get workers in there, which will be quite a few, I think. But meh, I'm happy thinking that this will provide us with a lot of fresh fruit. Hopefully that can lead us to... well beyond like 75 people or something before we need to think about another food source. So that will be helpful. Fertilizer. Now some things need to be transported for a bit. I know that might not be ideal, so we might move this later on. But I know that some of us would like to really plan this out. I've done that with Father's Frontier, where I was actually drawing on a piece of paper, trying to map out the town, make the most perfect and efficient and ideal layout. And that has fun to it, and I like to do that sometimes. But I also like to sometimes just go with the flow and try and see where I can get with the town. This is interesting, but this is also very interesting. And then, you know, maybe sometimes you consider, okay, well, this is not the ideal spot, but later on we'll build a new one and we remove this one or something. I like to not plan everything out in advance, and I don't think most players would play the game like that, completely mapped out and stuff. So just go with it, see where it comes, and you can always adjust stuff if you really have to. And I think that's good, so that's how I play it. 7 people, so 1 extra grew up. This is still completely filled up. They need to bring that in. Move resource to the storage. Well, you know, we can only have 3 people in there. Oh yeah, they're now bringing all of the hundreds to the storage. Good, and the others can fish again. That'll be nice. Please go do so. These are sewing in. And this needs 36 wood. Okay. Well, here the last piece needs to be built. But then we have the first bits of wall up. I kind of like it. And 36 wood. We have 35 right now, so I should almost be able to get it. And depending on how much they already deliver, I think we already have it. See, 24 to go. Oh, but it also came down from here. So this is actually what we completely have. So this one might be carrying some. Let's see. This one is carrying some resources. In this case, 12. And then this should turn down to 11 as soon as she drops it. Yeah, alright. So as long as the villagers are still carrying it and it is not on the build site, it still counts towards your stockpile and counts towards the amount of resources that you have. So It's good to keep that in mind. Another thing to keep in mind is that we might want to finish the roads here to see how this works. Like, we can build more houses here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But then we have to build a wall around this. But having a farm safe from harm inside the walls might actually not be a bad idea. We can keep the orchard outside. But then having the actual farm that we have now inside the walls for continuing production, even if we get raided, I think that's not too bad. That'll be interesting. Road construction. Well, that's important, so please construct my roads. It requires 1 more wood, and we don't have that 1 wood yet. So apparently, these are not really cutting wood at the moment. Or they just have to transport it, I guess. I don't know. This one probably isn't doing any of that. No, he's just planting it. Just let him plant so that we get a huge forest. And then he can start to contribute as well. And I guess what will help is get more workers in there too. We now have the 7 laborers. I think I'm going to put 1 more in here, just for the future of wood. Luckily we're good on the firewood, so that will not be a concern at the moment. Even though we are low on logs for making firewood, we are good now that winter starts. So that's not an immediate concern. And I think somebody there is coming with... Yep, coming with them. A piece of wood to deliver there. I think if we do this, we'll lose 1 fiber. Alright, that's okay. And then if we build the wall... I'm not so sure. Should we just go with the wall and then go around this? Or... we could build the wall all the way around here somehow. Maybe... Nah, I'm not so sure. Maybe we can just close this off by building the wall up here. And then that will count as a walled off city. I don't know. Does it work that way? Let's try. Can we build on the beach? Yes. Okay, so then they should not be able to go around. So if we build the wall here... oh, we can even just go past this and then go all the way down. Because then this will also be included into the defense perimeter. Ooh, 3 workers in straight out of the 6. And it needs fertilizer and stuff, but yeah. It can house 54 trees. Wow, that'll bear me a lot of fruit. Needs water though, so we might have to add a well here. So that they don't have to go so far. We do it up top here. Yeah, I think I'm going to build the wall across here. So we'll just have to continue the wall all the way up here and then down. We still have 2 years left, but yeah, you can never be too sure about that. We'll see how it goes. And of course, it's not set that as soon as those years go away, that the rate will come. So that might still take 1 or 2 years. And then we still might have either a very small rate that we can fend off, or... so there's a lot of different things that can happen at this point. If we build it all the way there, we will be a bit short. What I would like to see is, can we build all the way there? Yes, we can. Okay, that's good. Because that means that we can still build a road here. Which I think will be helpful. So build a road out here. So that they can just walk here as well. Probably here too. Because they can walk faster, so if we want defenses then. And I also want a road here that goes out so that we build... let's just plan the roads. That's probably good. Yeah, then here we can build a gate and we can build the walls here. Should probably make some room for towers as well, because that's how the archers can fire on them. So we might have to put this outward a bit. Then the wall, so that we have room for a defense tower, see? With a wooden defense tower. Can be part of the wall system though, but not where the gate is, of course. Oh, this will be interesting. We place one here. You can still build the gate there. Alright, we'll have to see. I mean, right now we're just here and we still have to build this and we have only so little wood, so... let's put this on planting and harvesting. Let's start bringing in some wood. Some fertilizer. Alright. They are planting trees now. Don't know if they actually follow them by the number or that they are planting other numbers of trees first. Like, will they do 1, 2, 3 and then go on, or? I don't know. Let's speed up a bit. There we go. There's not a lot happening now anyway. We have food for 10 months, so 914 is needed per year. We produce 1300, but of course there is quite a bit of spoilage, I think. It could well be that we soon get another harvest in from this. They're getting bigger already, so yeah, that could be the case. And then we will run up in food. And then the waiting starts for these orchards to start producing. I wonder if we can see how long that takes. Fruit trees are planted for production, maturing over several years until they begin to bear fruit. See, several years. So might take after the first raid that we finally get first fruits in. Ah, that'll be interesting. We'll see though, we have room for 60 people. We have 58, so we hardly have any room left. So it is time for yet another house. Let's build it. Oh, see, now it says housing shortage, so... Population is growth. That means that we have 2 pregnant people, so there will be 2 babies. That's already counted for. That's why it's now halting the growth. So yeah, we need the extra house. They're really busy planting the trees now. Looks good. And they're trying to get this in. And we still have 13 wood left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to go there. So that's not bad. They have the well closed now. That helps. And all we need now is a fertilizer. But they have 2 fertilizer in as well. 20 water. So they are working efficiently. Ah, this is now starting to harvest. Perfect. This one is doing a good job with all the trees. But I think we should move it like this so that it will do an even better job in this area. Let's get 1 extra in. How are we doing with the laborers? 6 laborers still. That's good. And with 2 foresters, 1 can plant, 1 can harvest. We should get more wood in without chopping all the trees manually. I think that will be helpful. Six wood now. Okay. I think my laborers are mostly busy going out and about, delivering resources everywhere. So we are not so busy chopping the trees up there, for instance. I do now see, though, that we have enough leather boots and winter cloaks. We have good pieces of clothing. So those aren't issues. It's just tools. And your villagers will work less efficient when they don't have tools. Be able to show you. Toolmaker tools are produced. These tools are important for villagers to efficiently carry out their tasks. So, yeah, they will be less efficient. Might be something in the help to tell you how much less efficient. But, yeah, I can't really see how efficient they are at the moment. It's interesting, though. They still managed to do a good job for the village. So we don't have to worry about it too much. We can now see we have all the trees planted, I think. Now they just all have to grow and mature. See, these are fertilizer and water, so they're now doing that to all the trees. And then we'll see. Oh, 1 more wood needed. We have 49 wood now. So they are making progress there. We want another gate somewhere up here. I don't think so at the moment. Maybe later, but not at the moment. What I would like to do is just go like this. I think. Yeah, and then do this. This is how I want the wall to look here. And then we have basically almost have our northern wall up. What if we just do the wall up to this rock and then end it? And then go from this rock all the way down to the bottom. That should be walling off our town. I just don't know how the game calculates it. I know if you wall off your town, you won't get any animal attacks. But does this count as walling it off? If we could just do it towards this water. That should completely cut us off. But then again, it's not around our houses. It's not an enclosed wall. So how will it work? I don't know. I guess the incentive is to really build a wall just around your house. So we might do a multi-layered defense system. Then we can start by just walling this off and to right here. Maybe to the water, actually. So that is just straight. So this whole northern section is then walled off. If they come from here or here or here, they will hit a wall. And then, of course, if they come from here, we can do it too. The only thing is if they come from the water and somewhere here, then we have a problem. We can later on build an extra wall to the inner city. So it's a bit playing around, I guess, to see how we can do this. Another thing we need to consider, though, is making barracks and the archery range. Because right now we are very vulnerable and we don't have any soldiers. As soon as we do, we can use those for defensive purposes. Now the question is, if I build this all the way up here, the enemy comes from here, it will be a long walk. So where do we build these? But I think if we build them somewhere up here, we have a higher chance of actually building it in the right spot than we have if we build it somewhere downtown. So I'm going to go with right here. Yes. And we can probably build the archery range right next to it. Yes. So this will be our military camp. Let's see. This is the hunter. This is the gatherer. Oh, it wasn't even gathering the stuff up there. So that's okay. That's good. And we do have 3 animals out here. And oh yeah, here we have the hunter. I was wondering, like, don't we have a hunter for them? But we do. Okay. I think we can build a tower here later on and here to give them some crossfire. And then once the enemy comes in, we should be able to hit them. There should probably be a gate somewhere here as well. Ah, interesting. Hey, we can see that the first tree is not tree number 1, it's tree number 5. And here, tree number 12. But they start to grow. Perfect. 7 laborers again. Nice. Yeah, where do we put one? We have enough in the leatherworks. We make enough textile. We make enough firewood. Maybe we should go for a trading dock soon. At least we can trade then. Can I just build it here where there's already a road? Yes. Probably continue this road downward. Yes, alright. So with the trading dock we can sell some of our excess products. For now, I guess mainly firewood. And we can buy some stuff. So we can maybe start to buy a few weapons and such. So that we have an option to defend ourselves when the raid comes in. Now, we still have the beginning protection. But there is less than a year left. So then it will start to tick up. It is 41% up already because of the time since the last raid. 43. So that means 46 and minus 19. So we already have like a 20-25% chance of a raid as soon as the beginner protection goes away. So we really need to pay attention to that and get some defenses up. And maybe even train a few soldiers already. I think the first raid will be like 3, 4, 5 guys maybe. So if we get the soldiers, we might be able to defend. Oh, and we have 9 now. That's good. Yeah, that should be interesting. I think we should wait until this number really starts to run up to, I don't know, like 50% or whatever. And then start training so that they are trained when the enemy comes. And then when they have been there, we might be able to let them go again and have them do other jobs. I mean, I don't think we're close to the point where we can just have an infinite amount of warriors all the time. Oh well, we'll see. Let's continue our defenses now, by the way. What if we do another orchard here at some point? The orchard now is how wide? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. So then the road will go down here. So it should go up here. So this is where the gate should be. And then in here we can fit another orchard. Oops, that was the wrong button. So we can build the gate right there. Add a wall to it on this side and add a wall on this side. And then this area should be walled off. So that will slow them down. Of course, here it's still wide open and here too. And if they come from the sea, it's wide open. But it's a start. To stay positive, I guess. I'm going to add 2 builders now that we have 10 laborers. 12 laborers. So we have 10 now. That'll be handy. Ah, they're building the docks. Or they were fast with those docks. I think they will prioritize structures over the walls. So if you build structures, then they'll probably do those first and then the walls. They're also building the archery range already. So really getting into a hurry now. I'm just scared that we get close to the point where we don't have any beginner protection anymore. Let me check. Do we even have a weapon to start with? No. Well, we can train some soldiers. I don't know how we're going to fight with them when we have no weapons. Right, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Just before the beginner protection starts to fail us. Because with this, we actually get some experience in fighting. The only thing is, we will not have any money. So even if the trading dock is ready, we still have no money to trade with. But what we can do is transfer in some resources. The minimum amount in town required, I'll set to 750, so that we won't go below that. And right now, I will transfer 100 firewood. So this means that they will transfer 100 firewood into the trading dock if they can, and if we have it. But they will always leave 750 in the village. So the moment the village drops below 750 and we don't have 100 in here, they will still not bring it. Which I think is a good deal. We could do some greens too. Probably with the same setting, so let's add that too. Maybe a bit of meat? I don't know. We'll set the meat up to 200 in town and then we'll transfer 25 in here. Ooh, and I think medicine. I think I like to have, I don't know, 50 medicine in town all the time. We're going to transfer 10 in here. And then they should now only bring 1. Because we have only 1 to spare at the moment. But we'll see. See, they brought in 100 firewood. They'll start to get all of this in. We'll see how it runs. And then we can see those options in action. See, it's now bringing some stuff in. Oh, doesn't say what. Can't. Oh, this is 81 greens. Okay. That's a interesting number of greens. Could be that some spoiled, and that's now the amount that we have available. See, 603 in there, so we are now below 700. So that might be why. Right, this is ready, this is ready, this is ready. This is already nice. And we still have 165 wood. So you know what? Why not just finish this? Oh, look at this. Harvested fruits last year. 3. Alright, so even if they're not a year old, we get to see the first bits of fruit. Very minimal numbers, but as soon as those numbers start to rise little by little, I'm already happy. Right, are they getting some meat in? Or let's get 1 extra so that they can do it together, because they're now both resting. 7 laborers should do the trick. We have 3 people in the barracks, and they are training. They require a bit of food, though. And at some point, trading ships should start visiting us. so that we can sell these goods and trade. That will be interesting. Ah, we do have an impressive wall, I must say. Although I kind of feel like at some point we should probably add a gate here too, so we have an extra exit here. Okay, we'll see. And then probably do something of a wall out here, but might preserve the forest. So... you know, maybe we could go a bit like this, or just make it straight like that. I don't know. I don't really know where the raiders come from, so that'll be the interesting part. 82% chance of a raid. Oopsie. You know what? I'll get 2 extra soldiers. I know we don't have weapons, but we have to do something. Maybe they're good with their fists if they're trained up. I don't know. We'll try. 81 greens, no meat yet, and no herbal medicine. Okay. I have a question. Ooh, there's a trader. Let's pause for a second, because I first want to check if we can get the meat smoker ready. No, we need 75 population, and we are at 63. Because the meat smoker will help us out. So now we have a trader. Now we can see what we can sell to them and what we can buy from them. Now, of course, we can't buy anything because we don't have anything. But we can sell them some firewood, for instance. And here we can see the pricing. Red means that we get a very low price for it, so it's worth a lot more. So we're not going to do this, for instance. But the firewood means that they will pay a good price for 100 firewood. It will still only get us 13 coins, which is not a lot, but it's more than nothing. So yeah, let's sell the firewood. Now we have 13 coins, and that opens up options for us. And maybe buying at least 2 swords will help us at least in the fight. So let's do that. And this is a good price for the swords. It's a low price. So red means you pay way too much. Green means it's a very good price. So I'm actually going to buy these 2 swords. And that's it now. Let's unpause. And then the trader will handle it all. This will be interesting. So this is the way it works now. They just have to stockpile it now. Let's get all the resources in. And then we can really do that. What are you going to do? Idle, okay. You really see the greens laying here, so you can see on the docks what is actually there, which is something that I really like. Transferring resources. Okay, that's good. Don't know what you're transferring, but please transfer. And now we should have 2 here that actually have swords. Can we see that? Like if we open the... Yep, this one has a sword. And it has 1970 days of durability left. Okay, well, you know. It's something. Now, I kind of hope that the raid comes in soon, because then I can show you how that system works. It's a bit special. I think they should do a little rework on it, but it's fun nonetheless. Oh, we don't have that much food. So yes, these are producing. They're doing a good job with that. These now start to produce some fruits, but not a lot, so that's not going to do a difference. So I think we need an extra field soon. For that, we need to remove this piece of road. First, I'll do this whole piece now. Then we can set up a crop field like this. And then we get an extra crop field like that. We'll put greens on it. And that should do the trick. And now we just lay the road like that. All done. Nice. Ooh, another trader. He also wants to buy firewood, but we only have 10 now. Let's just hold on a second. Let's sell these 10. Sell. Additional roots, shirts, beer, mushrooms, and pigs. Yeah, we don't need any of that, so that's not what we're gonna buy. Okay, well, you know. It is something. Only food for 6 months. I think they should start harvesting soon then. Ah, they're building this field. Perfect. Yeah, let's please grow some greens there so that we can get some extra food out of it. You know what? I'll get 1 worker out and put that worker in here. How many laborers do we have left? Only 3. I think after the raid we'll ditch a few soldiers. That might be good. Happiness is now 88%. Look at that. Oh, that's good. Oh, plenty of clothing and stuff. Plenty of resources. Are we at the limit? Yes. Okay. Well, you know what? We're going to just build straight 3 houses. But then we still have to wait for some kids to grow up before we can actually like get the extra orchard or stuff like that. Although this should now really start to bear some good fruits. It should aid us in our food supply. Wow, look at how fast this goes. They're really planting it now. Did people die already? I have no clue. Let's put a worker in there and make sure that if people die, they picked up. We have another trader. We can sell some greens. He will pay an average price for it. We could buy another sword, but it's expensive, and I don't get the best price for the greens, so we're just going to let this one go. Have to be a bit picky, otherwise you will not be making the good money. And some resources that we produce are hard made, so we're not going to sell them off that easy if we don't get the perfect price. Ah, and we got a lot of greens in now, so that should get our food up a bit. There's 3 months worth of spoilage now, so we have food for another 11 months. Almost enough for a year, and this should start producing at some point. They're really fast. I think we can do with 2 less builders, by the way, because we're not building that much. And then I want to go with an... I think we don't need extras. I think we need to add workers to the existing buildings so they will work faster. That's probably better. If we get 2 extra hands, we can put 1 in each field and that should produce faster. They'll help out to get more food and not just an extra crop field where we don't have the hands for. That's probably the best way to do it. Well, there's nobody buried and Una is idle, but I think as soon as the raid comes in, she'll no longer be idle. We'll be doing some work. Although I don't think that the raiders will actually be buried in our gravesite. But I don't know. That'll be interesting to see if they will bury the raiders in this graveyard too, or that it's just for us. Who knows? We can also get an extra fishery going. Because we have 2 more fisheries. So we could build another fishery if we want to for the extra food. Actually, now that we're thinking of it, why not just straight do it? You can just place it right here next to this one and then move the fishing zone. They'll ensure extra food. I mean, this fishery is doing a good job with all the food so far. We have 163 fish, so that's good. And once we get up to 75 and we have that housing space now, we can get the smoker to make it much more lasting. Ah, that's all good news. But so far the raid is not coming yet, so this will be the conclusion of this episode, I think. Nah, we're gonna wait for the raid. 80% chance of a raid. I mean, it can happen any moment now. Kinda wish it does. Come on. Looking for a fight, come and raid me. Not a good price. Horrible price. So yeah, no. No thanks. Maybe we should start to build the wall here then. Not sure how to yet. I think what I'm going to do is start down here from the water probably. Keep the greens in, that'll be safe. Then we build a gate up down here. And then we at least know some of the walls how they should go. And I think... yeah, so we can build it in here. We'll just go like this. And then I think we need... oh, no, wrong button. I think we can build... oh, we get a new cart. Hello. Choose. Common. Ooh, 75 herbs. Nice. Increases production of animal hide by 20% at a designated livestock farm. Let the boost production rates in the assigned building increase. I'm gonna save this one for later. We were building a gate. And we'll build it right here. Then get this little bit of extra wall in. At least we have walls here too then. So as long as they don't come from too close in the city, we are safe. After this is built, of course. If they somehow land on these slabs of land, well, then the wall's pretty useless. That's the conclusion right now. Well, we are awaiting our first raid, and if that doesn't happen while I say bye, it's not going to happen anymore. So, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you have not done so, please subscribe to my channel. Leave all your comments and thoughts in the comment section. I will respond to them. And then, of course, I hope to see you in a brand new video. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.